The time has finally come. I'm going to be bringing back the Quebec Nordiques to the NHL. Gary Bettman, I slid him a $100 bill, and Canada has another NHL franchise with the lone goal of being bringing a Stanley Cup back to the country of Canada, and of course, Quebec City. Relocating the Buffalo Sabres, we are going to have exactly who they had on their roster. And honestly, it looks pretty good. A lot of these guys are very young and still have a ton of room to develop. I mean, Tage Thompson, he's a 90 overall as our best player, or at least best forward. We got Talk and Jack Quinn on that first line, Benson, Norris, and Pekturka, Greenway alongside Ryan McLeod and Jason Zucker. And defensively, we got some pieces, man. Dahlin and Power, 21 and 24 years of age. I mean, Rasmus Dahlin already is a 92 overall. Not to mention Bowen Byram. We also got Connor Clifton alongside Bernard Docker, and then Samuelson to round out our D-core, and two young goaltenders in Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and none other than Devin Levi, who most likely is going to be the future of this team. The Quebec City Nordiques, the year number one being back in the National Hockey League. Unfortunately, they didn't make the playoffs. 41, 35, and 6 was our record, 88 points on the season. We are in a very, very tough division in the Atlantic. How did Boston win 48 games? So it'll be probably a few years until we get back into the playoff mix, but again, our team is very young, so remember that. Obviously, Tage Thompson would be our best player. 44 goals on the season, only 79 points, but he does not have really great elite line mates just yet. Dahlin had 66, Alex Tuck with 65. Jason Zucker was honestly pretty decent for us. Jason Pekturka, 23 goals, 54 points. Somehow was a -1. We got Josh Norris putting up 53. And for our goalie tandem, Luukkonen really dominated. He played 72 games, only winning 35 of them, had a .912 save percentage. Devin Levi is still a few seasons away from becoming our starting goaltender, having an .890 save percentage on the season. Sasha Barkov's going to lead the league in scoring, 113 points. Marshy still on the Florida Panthers, obviously. He had a 60-goal season? No way. The Rat, Brad Marchand, had 60 goals on the year. He led the entire NHL, more than Pasta, Mikko, McKinnon, Matthews, McDavid. I guess Brad Marchand is indeed the GOAT in this simulation. Somehow, the Vegas Golden Knights, yet again, are going to win another bubble ring, Mickey Mouse ass ring, beating the fraudulent Carolina Hurricanes in 6 games in the Stanley Cup Finals. Brad Marchand will win the Lindsay and Maurice Richard, Art Ross to Sasha Barkov in the Hart Trophy. Cale Makar is going to win the Norris. Riley Smith is the Conn Smythe Trophy winner for the playoffs. Connor Hellebuyck wins another Vezina, and for the Selke, that'll go to JT Miller. Unfortunately for QC, we actually had a very good season, so we're going to select 15th overall in the first round. We don't get a top 5 pick, but we can also potentially move up, or we stay at 15 and just try to take the best prospect available. Attempting to move up in the draft to 3rd overall to probably select Roger McQueen. That would be the guy that we are going after. We got our 15th overall pick, a round 3 pick, a round 4 pick, and one from next season, and the Penguins are totally unwilling. I mean, we could take Novak, maybe even Rickard Rakell. Novak for 3 years, add him to the trade. And the Pittsburgh Penguins do not want to give up their pick. Keeping our pick at 15th overall, I mean, who is available that we could potentially go after? Could get Ravensburg in, although he usually doesn't develop that well. Gabriel Diego is on the board. He's ranked 79th, so we actually could get him if we want to. Do we go after Carter Bear, the sniper, or potentially Braden Coots? I mean, Philip Ekberg is there. He's a playmaker. How long until he gets 2 years? Similar style to Joe Thornton. Sakic is on the board. He's got Joe Thornton as well. The Quebec City Nordiques need a little bit more grit on their squad, so we're going to take Davis Sakis from the United States, 76 overall, top 6 medium potential, and he's NHL ready immediately. Time is most definitely on our side. All of our young guys have grown. We got Thompson up to a 91, Tuck is an 87, JJ Pekturka all the way up to an 86, Benson's an 84. He'll play alongside Sam Bennett, who we signed in free agency. We got Krabs, Zucker, and Norris as our 3rd line, Greenway, McLeod, and Rosen as our 4th line. Defensively, I mean, Power and Dahlin might be the best D pair in the entire NHL. Byram and Clifton, then we got Samuelson and Bernard Docker, and look at Devin Levi, already an 87 overall, and he's only 23 years of age. The Atlantic Division's an absolute bloodbath. We are 11-8-2, and we're literally dead last in the division. And would you look at that? 2 years into Quebec City, and already we have a playoff berth. 41, 32, and 9, 91 points, and what Buffalo couldn't do in 14 years, we have done done within 2. We got the Colorado Avalanche being the best team in the NHL. They won 56 games. The Rangers were up there, as well as Florida and Vancouver. All Stanley Cup contenders, in which we are not at least for a few more seasons. We were the 15th best team in the league this year. I'm just happy to be here, to be honest. Tage Thompson had a hell of a season. 55 goals, 103 points. Dahlin had 67. Tuck was pretty solid for us. Sam Bennett, he was a minus 25. Are you kidding me? Josh Norris had 51. Pekturka honestly kind of slowed down. He had like 60 points last year, did he not? He definitely had a better year number 1. 23 goals, 54 points. He's kind of regressed a little bit. Maybe, potentially, could be trade bait. And for our future starting goaltender, who is our starter now, Devin Levi, 31 wins, 3 shutouts, and a .908 save percentage. The dog, Nathan MacKinnon, is going to win the Art Ross. He had the most points at 122 and the most goals at 68. Nathan MacKinnon was just frankly on a different level this season. For goaltenders, Levi's not even going to sniff the top of the top. It would be Mackenzie Blackwood with 44 wins, and the most shutouts, that would go to Jake Ottinger with 7. As the Nordiques are back in the playoffs, we are playing the New York Rangers in round number 1. Game number 1, round number 1, first time back in the playoffs. Here we go. First period, 1-0 lead. Josh Norris gets us going. Second period, 2-0 lead. And QC is going to steal one on the road, shutting out the New York Rangers. All right, we are playing with house money now. We have stolen home ice advantage as we head into game number 2. First period, no score yet again. Second period, still no score. And in the third period, the Rangers finally beat Devin Levi twice. We got a shorthanded one by Tage Thompson, but the New York Rangers have tied the series up. First home game back in front of the French fans. Le Coq First period, Esti de Tabernac, Tuck and Thompson, a 2-1 lead. Second period, 4-2 lead. And the Quebec City Nordiques, they're just not here to have fun or partake. They are here to take over. Game 4 still in Quebec City. First period, 1-1 tie. Second period, 3-1 lead for the Nordiques. And we're going to go up 3-1 with the opportunity to gentleman sweep the Rangers in MSG. The lights are bright. A lot of pressure on the Nordiques to win this series now. That is a lot for a young team also. First period, the Rangers will strike first. Keandre Miller on Devin Levi. Second period, we are down 3-1. And the Rangers, they will force a Game 6 back in Quebec. Here we go. Game 6. The crowd is rocking. We already gave up a penalty immediately. Is that a 5-minute major right off the rip here? Calm down, New York. First period, a 1-0 lead for the Rangers yet again. JT Miller on Devin Levi. Second period, oh no. Our offense has completely evaporated right now. Literally at the worst opportunity time where we could potentially move on to the second round. We might be blowing a 3-1 series lead. 9 minutes to go here in the third period in Quebec City. Come on, where is the offense? Here we go. We got 1:50 remaining in the third period of game number 6. I don't want to blow a 3-1 series lead, man. That is why I hopped the hell in here, and potentially we get a game winner. Alex Tuck moves over. Thompson on the backhand. I didn't really like that at all. The whiteout is in full effect here in Quebec City as the New York Rangers are trying to battle back from a 3-1 series deficit. Alex Tuck spinning, firing right off his teammate's shin pads, but we are headed to the power play. All right, we got full 2 minutes on the power play. 51 seconds to go here in the third period. TNT Thompson, I need you to win this draw. Tage, he's going to lose it. Keandre Miller moves up to Vinny Trocheck. And the New York Rangers easily get that puck out of the zone with 40 seconds to spare here in regulation. Delay penalty again. Let them touch it. Boys, what are we doing? We have 39 seconds. Let them touch that puck. There we go. Let's get a 5-on-3. There we go. A 5-on-3 with 35 seconds to go. I honestly could have pulled my goaltender. We win the draw back. Over to Bowen Byram. He breaks his stick. Are you kidding me? What kind of luck is that, dude? No, don't let them get it out. Boys, we are outnumbering them by 2 right now. What is going on? We win that puck battle. Down low, Quinn trying to go backhand, but Igor Shesterkin will shut the door. I love the processing time of Jack Quinn. Like, slide that over, buddy. That is a tap-in backdoor, and he did not know what to do with it. Here we go. 21 seconds to spare. I honestly probably should have pulled my goalie again. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Thompson wins that drop back, blasting it. It's going to get out of the zone. We got to regroup. JJ Pekturka, you know what? Pull the goalie. Pull the guy. Why? Why would I pull the goalie? Does things... Oh, go. Go, boys. Here we go. Thompson the other way. TNT. He's into the zone. He can't regain... Oh, get the puck. There it is. Benson finding Bennett. Sam Bennett doesn't get a shot on net, and the New York Rangers will go ahead and force a Game 7 after the Quebec City Nordiques had a 3-1 series lead. Game 7, the best 2 words in all of sports. Here we go. We got a power play. First period, 1-1 tie. Kaliev and Tage Thompson. Second period, 3-1 lead for Quebec. Tuck and Ryan McLeod will give us a 2-goal advantage entering the third as we've completely dominated the Rangers. Shots are 35-14. Jack Quinn extends the lead to 3, and that is going to do it. Quebec City is moving on to round number 2 after a dominating Game 7 effort. Quebec City already has a playoff series win, but that is not enough. They want to go for it all, baby. We got the Carolina Hurricanes in round number 2 of the postseason. Here we go. Game 1, round number 2. First period, 1-1 tie. Second period, all knotted up at 3, and we are headed to overtime where we will steal it. Sam Bennett on the power play, and yet again, for another playoff series, we win game number 1. If we could go up 2-0, man, we would take a stranglehold on Carolina. First period, 2-1 lead. We got Byram and Pekturka. Second period, 3-2 lead. Can we hold on? We will. And Quebec City, they steal the first 2 games on the road, head back to home ice with a potential of a sweep on the horizon. Game 3 on home ice with a potential to go up 3-0 in the series. First period, 2-0 lead. Oh my God, Quinn and Byram. Second period, 5-1 lead. The Hurricanes are getting belt to ass right now. Despite us almost blowing that in the third period, we will now have the potential to sweep them in game number 4 in Quebec City. On home ice, game number 4, 1-0 lead after 1. Jason Pekturka will score. Second period, still only a 1-goal affair, so by far and away the closest game of this series. And there it is, Jacob Slavin, shorthanded goal on Devin Levi. Are we serious right now? We give Jacob Slavin a shorthanded goal. What is Quebec City doing? Out shooting them yet again. The shots are 31-27. It's getting a little closer as the Nordiques trying to make it to round number 3 for the very first time in franchise history. Here we go. Overtime in game number 4 with the Hurricane season on the line. Come on, Quebec City. We can do it. We can advance to round number 3. Make the goddamn conference finals. Pekturka takes a shot. Freddie Anderson's going to make the easy save, though. Help him out, TNT. Why is Tage Thompson not going to the corner right now? Like, nobody wants to forecheck. Here we go. Counterattack. Tage Thompson sliding over. John Jason Pekturka, and Freddie Anderson will make that save. 1-1 tie. Shots are 39-29 for QC as the Nordiques trying to win another playoff series. What a save by Devin Levi. Dear God, that was an absolute 10-beller. Here we go. Quebec City on the counterattack. Tage Thompson over to Zach Benson. Benson just shoots it at the 5-hole. I don't know what he's doing there. We have virtually no forecheck right now, which is kind of concerning, considering the fact that we're in overtime. We got to score to win this hockey game. Tage Thompson the other way, muscling his way to the net, trying to center that puck. He can't do it. They turn it over, back to the blue line. Rebound, and Frederik Andersen somehow, some way will rob Josh Norris. 14-15 left to go. Second line is out there. Tuck, Bennett, and Norris. Sam Bennett wins that draw. We're going to go D to D. Bowen Byram. Oh my God, how did that puck not trickle in? Bennett to Tuck. The goalie's down, boys. Somebody, oh my God, that was a perfect opportunity to send our team to round number 3 as Devin Levi is going to have to cover the puck up. Devin Levi's been very, very good, though. We win that draw. Bowen Byram, bad turnover. Pizza up the middle right now, looking like Morgan Riley. Rasmus Dahlin struggling to get that puck out. Uh-oh, Carolina on the counterattack. Zadorov walking down Main Street, but Devin Levi says no. Come on, oh my God, horrible turnover in the slot. Zadorov pounding one. They got full pressure. Get it out, boys. Up to Sam Bennett. Bennett. Oh, come on, Sam Bennett. You know how to get the puck out of your own end, buddy. Roslovic, he gets bodied. Owen Power, here we go. Quebec City on the counterattack. Clifton's into the zone. Connor Clifton. Fighting Power, rips one, but Frederik Andersen's going to make that easy save. The big dogs are back out there. We got Pekturka, Thompson, and Benson. Tage is on the draw. He's going to win it. Back to the line. Benson shot, saved by Frederik Andersen again. JJ moves it back to Dahlin. Dahlin rung it off the bar. Is he going to get out? Can he keep that in? Rasmus Dahlin cannot keep the puck in the zone. All right, 7:10 left to go here in overtime. Bowen Byram back for it. He's going to skate it out of his own zone. Headmans that puck all the way up to Tage Thompson. Thompson's into the zone. TNT waiting to the slot. Nobody's there, Tage Thompson. Why? Why do the computers insist on moving that puck there every goddamn time? We have an absolute cluster right now in our own zone. I'm praying that we get out. I mean, nobody has energy right now. JJ, he turns the puck over. Our first line is gas, dude. We got to go down line 3. Blake walking in. Rebound. Devin Levi, though, again, keeping us in this hockey game. 3:40 left to go in OT. We're going to lose that draw. Back to Orlov. Over. Shot. Nice block there by the winger. Who was that? Hooking. That is a hooking call. Devin Levi, go to the goddamn bench, buddy. Peyton Krebs the other way. We are going to have a power play here in overtime. Quinn trying to center that puck. Let's head to the goddamn power play. Here we go. 2:11 remaining in overtime. Back to the line. Jason. Oh my. JJ Peterka, buddy. Hit the net. Tage Thompson again. He's on that draw. He's taking it against Sebastian Aho. He wins it. Back to Tage. Oh my. Tage. Why? Back to Bennett. Rasmus Dahlin walking in. Tage Thompson trying to take a rip, but unfortunately it got blocked. Nice turnover. TNT. Come on, boys. The broken play after broken play is making me mad. Back to the blue line. Alex Tuck walking in. Tuck on the backhander, and Frederick Anderson's going to make that easy save. 1:49 left to go. TNT on the draw. Tage Thompson wins it. Bennett finding Dahlin, blocked by our own goddamn player. Alex Tuck, get out of the way when your own team is shooting, buddy. The computers are inherently stupid in this hockey game, man. We get 1:20 left to go here on the power play. Alex Tuck entering the zone. Tuck coming in. Wires one right off the shin pads, and we got another offensive zone draw. We're going to win the draw yet again. Over to Dahlin, blasting one. It gets blocked, and it is out of play. 45 shots, and we somehow have only mustered up 1 goal in this hockey game. 1:26 left to go here in OT. Tage Thompson, he has just been absolutely snapping those draws back. And we can't keep the puck in. Who just got sent to the bench? Who got sent into the goddamn bench? Thompson, he's in the zone, giving it to the Carolina Hurricanes. Oh my god, the CPU was brain dead, I swear to god. Rasmus Dahlin, gotta go D to Sam Bennett. Over to TNT, cross ice to Tuck. Tuck, walking in, wires one, and Frederick Anderson will make the save. As we're going to the power play yet again. Come on, Tage Thompson. We got a 5-on-3. Dahlin shot saved by Frederick Anderson. Don't let them clear so easily, boys. Get in on that. We need some pressure. We can outnumber them. Oh, my God. Full pressure, and Carolina will clear the zone. JJ Peterka. He's into the zone. Peterka coming in, waiting. Oh, my God. The computer just doesn't know how to stick handle, man. They just constantly run into other computers. It is asinine to watch these guys go back and forth and look like chickens with their head cut off, man. Dahlin saucing it. Thompson back. Tuck over. What a save again on Rasmus Dahlin. Back to the blue line. JJ finding Tage Thompson. Blocked again by my own fucking teammates. JJ Peterka. He goes cross ice. Boys, it is 5-on-2 right now. We can't even get in the zone. It is 5-on-2. They have nobody. Oh my god. TNT. Save. Rebound. Finding back to the blue line. Thompson spinning. We literally can't score 5-on-2. What is this, man? Oh, 4 seconds to go. There will be no overtime winner in overtime number 1. Well, unfortunately, we lost in overtime in game 4. Moving on now to game number 5, back in Carolina. First period, 1-0 lead. Rosen gets us on the board. Second period, 5-1 advantage. And the Quebec City Nordiques are moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Of course, you could probably predict that we were going to end up playing a potential Florida team, as we actually started out in the Metro Division because we were a wildcard team, but it is the Tampa Bay Lightning in the Conference Finals, Edmonton and Vegas out west, and we potentially, in year number 2, go all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. Here we go, game 1 of the Conference Finals. First period, 3-0 lead for Quebec City. Second period, 3-1 lead. And again, for the 3rd series in a row, we steal game number 1 on the road. This team is a very, very good road team. First period, game number 2, down 3-2. Second period, it is a 4-2 lead for Tampa Bay, and they are going to tie this series up at 1. I'm okay with that. We got the split through the first 2 hockey games. Game 3, the series has made the switch to Quebec City. The city and the town, as well as the arena, is rocking. First period, no score in the hockey game. Second period, we are down by 1. Braden Point on Devin Levi, the lone goal, and then Darren Radish will extend the lead to 2. Tampa Bay is definitely by far and away the best team we've played so far in the playoffs. But I just thought we had some weird magic to this team, as we are going to fall down 2-1 in the best of 7 series up against Tampa Bay. Game 4 is as close to a must-win as possible. Do not want to go down 3-1. First period, 3-2 lead. They are definitely finding a way to find the back of the net on Devin Levi. Second period, 5-3 advantage, and Quebec City has a hole to dig out of. After giving up 9 goals in game number 4, we lost 9-4. We scored enough, but Devin Levi, he fell apart in this hockey game. All we got to do is bring them back to QC. First period, no score in the hockey game. Shots are 11-5 for the Nordiques. Second period, it is a 1-1 tie. Ryan McLeod gets our lone goal in the hockey game, but Rosen will score in the third, giving us the lead 2-1. We are out shooting them 31-16. The urgency is just there, man. Oh my god. Radish and Kucherov will respond in the third as the Nordiques facing elimination. 4 minutes remaining potentially on their season. 40 seconds to go on the road, down by 1. This is definitely doable, man. Our offense, I mean, it hasn't shown up this game. Our defense was non-existent last game. Nonetheless, season on the line. Josh Norris wiring one on Vasilevsky. He's going to make the save. Another save by Vasi. We just basically got to shoot everything on net right now. Full pressure. Back to the blue line. Shot. It's going to go a little bit wide. Step on that, get there, power to Pekturka, shot on Vasilevsky, and he's going to cover it up. Here we go, 23 seconds to spare. We got full pressure in the offensive zone, and Vasilevsky has no stamina. We lose the draw, back to the blue line. Tage Thompson to Josh Norris, and Vasi again will make the save. Tampa Bay going to get out of their own zone, up to Braden Point. There's still a goaltender between the pipes. Kucherov coming in. 10 seconds to go. It is time to pull the netminder. Here we go, one final rush. Pekturka's in. He wires one on Vasilevsky. He's going to make the save. And the Tampa Bay Lightning will move on and play for Lord Stanley as we had a very solid playoff run. But it ends in 5 games in the conference finals to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tage Thompson was by far and away our best player. 12 goals and 21 points in 17 hockey games. Jason Pekturka had 17. Sam Bennett was decent. Like, outside of Tage, we didn't have another goal scorer on our team who could really put the puck in the back of the net. And Devin Levi was solid in his first ever playoff run, a .914 save percentage, 1 shutout, and 9-7-1 record. The good news is we ended up losing to the eventual champs in Tampa Bay as they swept Edmonton in the Cup Finals. We actually got a game against them. They were very, very dominant. It will be a clean sweep for Nathan MacKinnon on all the awards. Makar is going to win back-to-back Norrises. Braden Point is your Conn Smythe winner. Blackwood's going to take home the Vezina, and for the Selke, that will go to Nico Hischier of the New Jersey Devils. The Seattle Kraken will go ahead via the Boston Bruins, win the NHL Draft Lottery. Again, I want to try to move up in the NHL Draft, 4th overall to the Columbus Blue Jackets. I threw in a 1st and a 2nd. I don't think they're going to do that deal, so we're going to have to go ahead and add in another 1st round draft pick from 2028 into the trade. Totally different package now as we got Tuck, a 1st, 2nd, and a 3rd into the trade. They're still totally unwilling. We're going to have to give them another 1st round pick. So I'm going to give them another 1st round pick, 29th for this season. Oh my God, the Columbus Blue Jackets do not want to move off this 4th overall pick. Year number 3, honestly, I like this roster. Top line of Benson, Thompson, and Tuck. Thompson now up to a 92 overall. Bennett with JJ and Jack Quinn. We got Norris, Krebs, and Kane, Zucker, McLeod, and Rosen. The depth of our forward core is very, very well. Defensively, we're good also. Dahlin and Power, a 93 and 90. We got Mikkola signed to the team. He'll play alongside Bowen Byram, and then Bernard Docker and Samuelson on the back end. Devin Levi has grown all the way to a 90 overall. The odd man out, honestly, is Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. He might be on the chopping block very, very soon. An extremely strong start for the Quebec City Nordiques. 13-3-1 to start the season. That is how we do it here in Quebec. I don't believe it. This division is so utterly loaded. We are a 51-win hockey team, and we are literally a wild card team. Toronto would be at the top of our division and the entire NHL, winning the President's Trophy. 56 wins. We were a top 17. 51-27-4 was our record. Tage Thompson, holy hell. 64 goals, 119 points. By far and away his best season of his NHL career. Zach Benson was solid with 77. JJ Pekturka had a 30-goal season. Alex Tuck was good. Dahlin was solid. Bowen Byram had 61. And for Devin Levi, a solid .912 save percentage with 3 shutouts and 42 wins. Connor McDavid will go ahead and lead the league in scoring, 129 points. On the goal side, P. Shorzy has arrived. 20 years of age and already potting 80 goals a season. That is absolutely insane. Joseph Wall had the most wins in the NHL at 47. Devin Levi was not far behind. And the most shutouts would end up going to Andre Vasilevsky at 8 on the year. It is going to be a rematch up against the Rangers in round number 1. Obviously, they're going to want to get the revenge after we dummied and dusted them last season. And we want to make it to the Stanley Cup Finals because we only made the conference finals. We have to take that next step in our development towards bringing a cup back to Canada. Again, another 1st round matchup up against New York. We actually somehow managed to beat them last season. We know they want the revenge though. First period, we got a 2-2 tie, a very high scoring affair. Second Second period, the Rangers go ahead. We are headed to overtime in game number 1, and it will be Peyton Krebs on Igor Shesterkin giving us the game 1 victory. 1-0 series lead. Again, we're on the road against the Rangers. First period, 1-0 lead. Parker Kelly will score on Devin Levi. We will tie it up before the end of the second thanks to Zach Benson. And Quebec City, Quinn Thompson and Owen Power score in the third period, and we go up 2-0 over the Rangers. We can take an absolute stranglehold on this series. First period, 2-1 lead for Quebec City. We got Dahlin and Thompson both on the power play. We got a 1-goal lead entering the third. JJ Pekturka will score. Can we hold on? Yes, we do. We put the Rangers on the brink of elimination and the brink of a sweep. All right, here we go. Nordiques can potentially sweep the Rangers in game 4. 2-1 lead after 1. JJ gets a pair. Second period, still a 1-goal affair, and Quebec City is heading to round number 2 after sweeping the Rangers. We now move on to play the New Jersey Devils in the second round. Probably going to be a tougher matchup than New York. I'm willing to bet they take a game or 2 against us, but again, we are a strong team. We are a Stanley Cup contender, and we want that Stanley Cup. Here we go. Game 1, round 2. First period, 1-0 lead. We are definitely scoring a lot throughout the entirety of this postseason. Second period, the Devils will tie it up, and we are headed to overtime, double overtime, and the New Jersey Devils, Adam Lowry on the power play in double OT, will win game number 1. All right, come on, QC. Let's see if we can respond. First period, 1-0 lead. Evander Kane on Jacob Markstrom. Second period, again, the Devils will tie it up, and there we go. TNT Thompson giving us the lead in the third. Rasmus Dahlin will give us that insurance marker that we needed, and we will tie the series up at 1. Game 3, the series has made the switch to Quebec City now. First period, 1-0 lead. We have scored first every single game so far in this series. 3-0 lead after 2, or after 40 actually, and the Quebec City Nordiques will go up 2-1 over the New Jersey Devils. Game 4, we can really take a stranglehold on the series now. First period, again, a 1-0 lead. Zach Benson this time. Second period, the Devils are going to tie it up. It is none other than Timo Meier. Let's see what the Nordiques are made of, what they are made of, and Alex Tuck, there we go, on Jacob Markstrom, giving us the advantage, giving us the lead. We are out shooting them 30-20 right now, definitely in control of the game. I need Devin Levi to lock in for the final 5, as the Quebec City Nordiques will go up 3-1 in round number 2, and we are 1 win away from making it back to the conference finals. Season on the line for the Devils, on the brink of elimination. First period, again, these guys are just every single game starting from behind. This time it's Tage Thompson. Second period, it is a 3-0 lead, and there we go, back-to-back conference finals. It will be the Toronto Maple Leafs in the Eastern Conference Finals. We got Dallas and Edmonton out west. Can we go to our first ever Cup final in franchise history? Here we go, game 1 in Toronto. Do not have home ice advantage yet again. Toronto's going to go up 2-1 after 2, and they're going to take the first game 4-2 in Toronto. H. Thompson scored one on Joseph Wall, and who got the other one? It was Peyton Krebs. We allowed 4, which is quite a lot, honestly. All we need is a split of these first 2 games as we head back to Quebec. First period, a 1-1 tie. We got Tage Thompson scoring on the power play. Second period, we go up 3-2. And there we go. We head out of Toronto with a 1-1 series tie. We are now at home in Quebec City. Game number 3, first period, 1-0 lead. Zach Benson on Joseph Wall. Second period, we are leading by 1 yet again. Can Devin Levi hold on? We are going to have overtime. We are getting outshot, and we got outscored. McCabe will score on Devin Levi, and Toronto will go up 2-1. A must win in game number 4 for the Quebec City Nordiques. First period, 2-1 lead. Jack Quinn and Samuelson. Second period, we go up 4-1, and Devin Levi will not blow that lead. We got a pivotal game number 5 here in Toronto in the Air Canada Center. First period, damn, we are down by 2. O'Reilly and Tavares. Second period, we cut the lead in half. Shots are low. The score is pretty low. Toronto on the power play. We got to kill it off. No, Matt Nyes will pretty much seal the deal as we now face elimination on home ice in game number 6. Back at home with our backs against the wall. First period, a 2-1 lead for Quebec City. Thompson and Evander Kane. Second period, oh no, McCabe and Tavares. As the Leafs will take the lead here in the third period. They are up 3-2, trying to advance to their very first Stanley Cup final since 1967. Halfway through this third, there we go. Jack Quinn will tie the game up at 3. We have had a very strong effort here in the third period. Final minute of the third. Are we headed to OT? Here we go. Overtime in Game 6 with a chance for the Maple Frauds to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. I don't think I would ever say that coming out of my mouth, but it did come. Pause. 19:37 left to go. Shots are 38-28 for us, for the good guys, as the Maple Leafs will dump that puck in deep. Rasmus Dahlin over to Owen Power, up to TNT Thompson. Captain Dahlin up to JJ Pekturka. JJ, he's into the zone. JJ going behind the net. Out in front, Tage Thompson. How did Joseph Wall make that save? JJ on the forecheck again. TNT could not bury it, but we got a damn good opportunity there. Matt Nyes, he's into the zone. Matthew Nyes trying to center that puck, but our D is all over him. Pause. Matthews again over to Nylander. William Nylander finding Morgan Riley. Rebound. Oh my God, get it out, boys, please. The whiteout in Quebec City is in full effect, and these guys want to force a game number 7. Dahlin entering the zone. Dahlin rips one, but Joseph Wall is going to make that save. The Maple Leafs are going to counterattack here. Ryan O'Reilly getting bodied at the blue line. Great defending from not Buffalo, but Quebec City. Here come the Nordiques. Over to Alex Tuch. Tuch takes a shot. It is blocked off one of the defenders. Peyton Krebs. He loses that puck. Get it back, Krebs. Come on, buddy. Where's the forecheck at, dude? Samuelson will go D to D. Here come the Nordiques, breaking out of their own zone. Over to Alex Tuch. Alex Tuch stopping up. Tuch trying to just fire one on net, but we are headed to the power play. I love when EA literally makes line changes for me and puts the second power play unit out there on the ice in overtime. What is going on? Oh my God, they're going to get it out. They're going to dump it down, and we are going to make a line change. Power play in overtime. This is a massive opportunity to capitalize and force this series to go 7. In the middle, Sam Bennett. He's going to lose that puck. Bennett stopping up. Back to Alex Tuch. Finding Dahlin. Thompson to JJ. Bombs away, but Joseph Wall is going to make the save. 1:30 left to go here on the power play. Our group is dead tired. We got to go power play number 2 now. We got to go PP2. Rasmus Dahlin moves up to Jack Quinn. Quinn going through that neutral zone. Finding Evander Kane. Kane takes the shot. Wall with the save, though. Kane again. Full pressure in the offensive zone. This is the opportunity. This is the time. Out in front, and there it is. Second of the night for Tage Thompson, and we will have a Game 7 back in Toronto. All right, Game 7, here we go. First period, a 1-0 lead for the Leafs. William Nylander on Devin Levi. Second period, oh no, Toronto has the lead. William Nylander is on a hat-trick watch right now as we enter the third period, outshooting them. There we go. Thompson's going to tie the game up on Joseph Wall. Beautiful power play. Can we capitalize? We got a great PP. How do we not score? Okay, calm down. Halfway through this period, in Game 7, 8 minutes to go. Shots are 40-28 for the QC Nordiques. But the game is not tied anymore. Bowen Byram on Joseph Wall, and that will send us to the Stanley Cup Finals. If you think it's going to be easy, you are sadly mistaken. McDavid, Draisaitl, and the Edmonton Oilers in the Stanley Cup Finals. This is going to be an absolute battle. I mean, yeah, this roster is very good. Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman on the first line. Roslovic with Nuggie and Peltier. They don't have a lot of depth. I think we got them beat there, but high-end talent definitely goes to Edmonton. They have the best defenseman in the entire series in Evan Bouchard, and between the pipes, it's still Skinner at only an 84, so we got an advantage there. Here we go, Stanley Cup Finals of game number 1. First period, oh no, the Edmonton Oilers, Janmark and Bukestad. Second period, we are getting absolutely pelted. We got dominated. Shutout, 7-0. They absolutely feasted on us. We didn't score a single goal on Stuart Skinner either. All right, we are going to have to respond now. Game 2, still in Edmonton. First period, no score in the hockey game. Second period, we go up 2-1, and the Quebec City Nordiques are headed to overtime here in the Stanley Cup Finals. On the power play, can we finish it? Yes, we do. Zach Benson will win us game number 2. We're back to being comfortable, back on home ice for game 3. First period, we got ourselves a 2-2 tie. This is going to be a high-scoring series. We only get 8 shots, with 2 of them being goals. We go up 4-3 entering the third period. Now, the question is, can we hold on? Can Devin Levi hold the fort? Oh, no. 5-on-3 and a 5-on-4. How long is this power play? Did we just give up a 5-minute major to the Edmonton Oilers? They didn't get a single. Oh, my God. They got another power play. There it is. Peltier will tie the game up. 5 minutes to go here in the third period. QC, though, on the power play. Rasmus Dahlin will win us the hockey game, and we go up 2-1. A big opportunity in game 4. Can we do it? First period, 3-0 lead. Tuch, Thompson, and who else? Second period, Edmonton is going to make it a hockey game. It's back to a 1-goal affair. I cannot believe it. Quebec City, though, will strike on the power play. Man, our PP's been so good throughout the entirety of this playoff run. It was Tage Thompson on Rodrigue. As I guess Skinner got pulled in this hockey game, Owen Power will put it out of reach. And now the Quebec City Nordiques are one win away from winning the Stanley Cup. Stanley Cup in the building here in Berta for Game 5. First period, 2-1 lead for Quebec City. Benson and Josh Norris finally getting a point. We get absolutely dusted in the second. We allowed 4 goals to just scoring 1, and now we are down 5-3 entering the third. As the Nordiques are in a hole right now. Edmonton on the power play. Down by 2. Wait a minute. Evander Kane will make it a 1-goal game. There is still time left to go. 9 minutes remaining in the third period. Can Quebec City tie this game up, potentially force overtime to win the Stanley Cup, or are we headed back to Quebec City? QC, stand up, because we are going to have to win that Stanley Cup on home ice in game number 6. No pressure, but the cup is in the building. The crowd is rocking in Quebec City. First period, no score in the hockey game. We got dusted, man. Shots were 20-6. Second period, we have the lead somehow, some way. JJ Peterka and Tage Thompson. Let's stay out of the box here. Oh my God. Connor McDavid says, hold my beer. And he's going to tie that game up. Lots of time left in the third period. I don't like our play right now, man. Getting outshot, getting outchanced right now. Power play for the Oilers. Oh my God. Oh, we kill it off. Thank God. 5 minutes to go in the third period of game number 6. With the Stanley Cup in the building. Here we go. Overtime, game number 6 with the opportunity to win the Stanley Cup. Can the Quebec City Nordiques get it done and win Lord Stanley? We get an offensive zone draw. Beautiful. Tage Thompson having an absolutely historic season. 46 points so far throughout the playoff run. And he potentially is not finished yet. Tage Thompson snaps it back. Kane to Dahlin. Skinner's going to make the save. It is just sitting there. Nobody's going after the puck, though. Uh-oh, here come the Oilers. Leon Draisaitl the other way. Leo is into the zone. Devin Levi with a sprawling save on the German. But Leo, he wins it, trying to go back towards McDavid, but Rasmus Dahlin was in the way. Here come the Nordiques. Evander Kane over to TNT Thompson. Can't get a shot on net, though. Great block by that defender. Martinez, get in there, boys. I got full forecheck, dude, and we're not forechecking in overtime. This is unbelievable. Sit back, boys, because we could be here for a long time. Zach Hyman through the neutral zone. Hyman over to Leo. Leon Draisaitl stopping up. Draisaitl over Hyman. Saved by Devin Levi. 14:39 left to go here in OT. We got a defensive zone draw. Sam Bennett's going to lose it. Ekholm wiring it, but Levi will flash the leather. Come on, Sam Bennett. You got to win one of these draws, brother. They got full pressure. Get it out, Owen Power. Here come the Nordiques. Owen Power entering the zone. Shot on Skinner, and at least we get a zone face-off. All right, I took a timeout. The boys are well rested. Offensive zone draw. Thompson, Benson, and Kane. TNT snapped that back. Zach Benson back to Byram. Oh my God, that flicked off of Zach Benson's back, I believe. Jake Wallman up to Peltier. Here come the Edmonton Oilers the other way. Edmonton is into the zone. Finding Ekholm. Ekholm over to Nuggy. Come on, Tage Thompson. He's going to lose that draw. Wallman breaks it out up to Roslovic. And the Edmonton Oilers trying to dump it in, but Rasmus Dahlin stepped up in a big way. Evander Kane entering the zone. Kane wires one on Stu. Just going to be a one shot, and we're out of the play kind of deal here. There we go. Keep it in. Ball and Byram. Over to Evander Kane. Kane trying to find that D-man. Back to Dahlin. Rips one. And how the hell did Skinner make that save? We get an offensive zone draw yet again. Tage Thompson. Can he win it? He does win it. Evander Kane cannot get the shot off, and the Oilers are going to break out of their own zone with virtually no pressure. Hyman over to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard walking in. Rebound. Get there, Devin Levi. Tage Thompson's in the corner. Bowen Byram helping him out. Here we go. We break that puck out. Benson the other way. Over to Dahlin. Up to TNT. Thompson has like nothing. No options right now. In the slot. Dahlin rips one. Stu's going to make an easy save there. Bennett versus McDavid on the draw. 6:07 left to go here in overtime. In game number 6. Sam Bennett wins it. Oh my. Alex Tuck almost sniped that. We got full pressure as well. Tuck out in front. JJ Peterka. How did you not bury that, brother? Back to the blue line. Oh, who fumbled that? Who on God's green earth fumbled that puck? JJ Peterka takes the shot and he wins it. John Jason Peterka with the golden goal as the Quebec City Nordiques in year number 3 get it done. It only took 3 years away from the city of Buffalo to bring a championship to this squad as they go all the way, defeat the Edmonton Oilers in the Cup Finals in 6 games. And what a playoff run it was indeed. Dominating start to finish. Conn Smythe is going to be Tage Thompson. This dude is otherworldly. 23 goals, 46 points. I believe that is second all-time for most points in a single playoff run. And it is held by the American TNT himself. The best part of this is we get to win the Stanley Cup on home ice in front of the whiteout and in front of our home fans in Quebec City. We brought Lord Stanley back to Canada. It was Montreal in 93. It is Quebec City in 2027. Rasmus Dahlin, our captain, will come on up and raise Lord Stanley as the Nordiques are finally Stanley Cup champions. Tage Thompson had one of maybe the greatest playoff run of all time. He has the goal record for most goals in a playoff run, the second most points of all time. He scored a lot of them on the power play, but they don't ask how, they ask how many. John Jason Pekturka, the man who is currently in trade rumors, scored the golden goal, the cup-winning goal in 2027 for the Quebec City Nordiques. And he is forever a legend now. There's no taking that one away. What is there to say about our goaltender? Our young guy, Devin Levi, still on his rookie contract. He'll need an extension pretty shortly. Already a 90 overall and already a Stanley Cup champion. Tage Thompson, what can you say about this guy? 23 apples, 23 goals, 46 points in only 22 games. He was over goal per game for the playoff run. Zach Benson, he had 27. JJ Pekturka had 25. Alex Tuck was good. And Evander Kane, the guy who started out the playoff run on the third line, ended it on the first. He had 7 goals and 15 points. And then Devin Levi only had a 907. I think that's due to the Edmonton Oilers absolutely lighting him up in game number 1. I mean, we lost 7-0 for God's sakes. Connor McDavid's going to win the Ted Lindsay, the Art Ross, and the Hart Trophy. Maurice Richard will go to P. Shoresy. Evan Bouchard's going to win the Norris. Gavin McKenna, the Calder, the Conn Smythe, obviously to Thompson. Somehow, Joseph Woll is actually going to win the Vezina Trophy. And then for the Selke, it will go to Nico Hischier from the New Jersey Devils. The Ottawa Senators are going to win the draft lottery. Calgary selects second, and the Los Angeles Kings actually slid all the way down from first to third. We are now at the NHL draft. We have the 32nd overall pick, and this Koyen, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his last name. He's a medium elite potential, possibly, probably not though. Two-way defenseman. He's ranked 32nd overall. Chris Chelios is a similar style, and he's ready in 3 seasons. So we are going to take him. We now head into year number 4 as the reigning and defending Stanley Cup champions, and this forward core again is very deep. Thompson, Benson, and JJ Pekturka on that first line. He scored the golden goal, obviously. Picked up Matt Duchene in free agency to slot in nicely alongside Alex Tuck and Peyton Krebs. Then we got Quinn, Bennett, and Deneau, another guy we signed in the offseason, and our fourth line consists of Josh Norris, Ryan McLeod, and Rosen. We are running back the same exact decor with the same exact pairings, and then Devin Levi now, 90 overall. Again, we won the Stanley Cup paying a backup goaltender $4.7 million in Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. That'll come off the books in 2 seasons. Potentially this guy could get dealt at the deadline for a rental. Who knows? The reigning defending champs doing their job. They came into the gates hot, 12-5-1 to start the season. Only 3rd and now 4th in our division, as again, the Atlantic, it's a very, very tough division. Here we are at the trade deadline. Record is 36-19-5. I'm shipping out Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen because we're going to run with Devin Levi anyways. Trying to get Noah Dobson, 88 overall defenseman. We got a 1st, 2nd, and a 3rd thrown into the trade. They have rejected, but I think we can make this work. Adding in a 2nd first-round pick from 2032 to the trade. They still don't want to do it. You aren't where you need to be in the value offered. Throw in a 2nd instead of a 3rd, and there we go. The trade is through. On the behalf of the New York Islanders organization, I accept your trade. Maybe a little bit of an overpay, but you gotta overpay if you want to win the Stanley Cup. I mean, take a look at our top 4 now. We got Dahlin and Dobson, Bowen Byram alongside Owen Power, 88, 90, 88, 94. Absolutely legendary stuff. We have a very good opportunity to go back-to-back. The defending champs had a solid regular season. We took it easy, obviously. 46, 29, and 7 was our record. 99 points on the season, 4th in our division. Again, we won the Stanley Cup from a wildcard spot last season. Why can we not do it again? The Maple Leafs, they will win our division with 54 wins, and the Anaheim Ducks, 57 wins on the season with P. Shoresy. and they got themselves a President's Trophy. Tage Thompson having a brand new career high 70 goals in 82 games. Legendary type beat. Also 114 points. Dahlin was damn near point per game as a defenseman. JJ Pekturka had 80. Benson 80. Our offense this season was much better than last year. And then for Devin Levi, oh my, Levi did not have a good season at all. Only an 8.98 save percentage. He had 5 shutouts and 41 wins, but I'm going to need him to play better than that if we want to go back-to-back. We got William Nylander leading the league in scoring with 141 points, and for goals, P. Shorzy. I mean, look at the goal scoring in the National Hockey League. 80, 72, 70. Pasta had 63, McKinnon 62, Matthews 57. Like, how many goals were scored in the NHL this year? A very familiar foe in the first round in the New Jersey Devils. We knocked them out in the second round on March towards a cup last season. Let's do it again this year. Here we go. The road to back-to-back begins now. First period of game 1, and we're down 3-0. Meyer, Hughes, and Peltier. Second period, it is a 5-1 stomping, and Quebec City, absolute no-show on the road. Not gonna lie, this series could quickly get away from us if we lose 2 in a row. First period, 1-0 lead for the Devils. Peltier again on the power play on Devin Levi. He's not been playing great. Second period, down 3-1. And the Quebec City Nordiques in the third period show their heart, claw back into the game. Norris has a pair in the third, and we are headed to overtime. Game number 2, out shooting them now. We didn't claw all the way back, just end up blowing this game. Jack Hughes on the power play. Our PK is getting torched. All right, this is now a must win. We cannot fall down 3-0 this series and expect to win. First period, down 2-0. Maybe the Devils are just the better team this season. Second period, still a 2-0 deficit. I even changed up my lineup a little bit, trying to get new looks, trying to gain some offense, but it is completely evaporated. Getting outshot 34-30, and now Bowen Byram, though, he makes it a hockey game. It is a 1-goal game with 7 minutes to go in the third. The Nordiques are not out of it yet. 1:47 left to go in the third, and of course, our season isn't on the line right now, but essentially it is. You fall down 3-0, you are not getting back in that series. Alex Tuck, he's going to lose it. Tuck plays it back to the line. Dobson takes the shot. There's a rebound, but our player, Zach Benson, did not get on it in a hurry. 50 seconds remain. Timo Meier cannot gain the zone. Here comes Benson the other way for the Nordiques. Quebec City trying to gain some offense. Back to TNT. Thompson blasting one, but a nice save there. Benson, he needs some help. Back to Dobson. Nice save again. Tage Thompson's in the corner. Playing it back. Thompson out in front, and a nice save by John Gibson, keeping the Devils up by 1. 36 seconds to go here in Game 3. We win the draw. Back over. Dahlin rims it off the post, I believe. What did Benson do there? Oh my God, Zach Benson. How did you not keep that puck in, buddy? Timo Meier has no energy. Jesper Bratt saved by Levi. Devin Levi's not been good in this first round. Had an 8-7-3 heading into this hockey game. A little bit of a better game by him and, I mean, the entire team, to be honest. But we are losing the battle right now. 10 seconds remain. We cannot get the puck. Devin Levi on his ass. One final rush. Tage Thompson the other way. Finding Benson. Shot. Rebound. Can you get there? No. And the New Jersey Devils will put the Quebec City Nordiques, the defending champs, on the brink of elimination heading into game number 4. Game 4 potentially could be getting swept here tonight on home ice. Let's just win one. Take one game at a time. First period, a 2-1 deficit. Meyer and Sundqvist. Second period, 4-1 lead. And the New Jersey Devils have swept the Quebec Nordiques in round number 1. Literally no offense to be found. We got Matt Duchene as our leading scorer with 2 goals and 3 points in 4 games. Like, literally nobody was producing offense. And then on the back end, I mean, Devin Levi was god-awful with an 8.92 save percentage. It literally didn't matter. We could not score on John Gibson in the year 2028. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning going all the way, dominating Colorado in 5 games, getting some revenge over 2022. And winning another Stanley Cup. Nylander's going to win the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Shorzy, the Maurice Richard. Makara's going to win the Norris on the Seattle Kraken. We got Kucherov taking home the Conn Smythe. Joey Decord is your Vezina winner. And for the Selke, it will be none other than JT Miller. I don't know, maybe I'm not a great general manager, but I completely forgot that Josh Norris was making damn near $8 million still on this roster. So he is headed out of here, as well as a second and a third for Connor Zary from the New Jersey Devils. And there we go. It is considered a done deal. Our division rivals. One final run here in Quebec City, still with Thompson, Benson, and Pekturka on the first line. Tuck, who's down now to an 85 overall. Alongside Sam Bennett and Jack Quinn, we got Voronikov, Zari, and Krebs, and then McGeough, Sakic, and Kulik. Not as much depth as we previously have had, but defensively, we're still great. Dahlin's a 95, Powers a 91. We get Dobson and Byram, and then obviously Samuelson and Bernard Docker, and Devin Levi, who is still a 90 overall starting goaltender. For the final playoff run, I mean, we got to go all in. Right now at the deadline, we are 37, 24, and 3. Yegor Chinikov is available, a sniper, a first liner, 88 overall on a pretty low cap hit, to be honest. So we are going to send them 3 first rounders and a second to the Boston Bruins, and that's an easy trade for them to accept. Luckily, after a very slow start, we did turn it around. 50, 27, and 5 was our final record with 105 points. Third in our division behind Tampa Bay and Toronto, so we are now a legit cup contender. I mean, we obviously were last year, but we completely and utterly crumbled in the very first round. The Leafs would end up winning the President's Trophy. Tage Thompson is still doing Tage Thompson things. 64 goals, 117 points. JJ Pekturka with 30 and 95 points. Benson was over a point per game. Sam Bennett was solid. Yegor Chinikov only had 10 goals, but that dude was a playmaker, despite the fact that his player type is quite literally listed as a sniper. And for Devin Levi, he started every single game, all 82, had 50 win season, 5 shutouts, and a 902 save percentage. William Nylander will lead the league in scoring, 141 points, and on the goal side, Tommy Matthews had 70, and that would lead the way. One final playoff run for the Quebec City Nordiques. Round number 1 begins against the Tampa Bay Lightning, another strong team. This Atlantic Division, again, is an absolute bloodbath. Since the real-time sim really did not do me any favors last year, I'm going to see if the quick sim is a little bit better for Quebec City. Potentially could be the reason we go all the way. I know they're completely different. EA can tell me they're the same. They are definitely not. We go up 2-0 over the Lightning straight off the rip. Shutout in game number 2. We end up losing game number 3, and in game 4, we come back and win. We have a 3-1 series advantage. Lose game number 5. Please do not go to a game 7. I beg you, Nordiques. After leading 3-1 in the series, it all comes down to a game 7 on the road. First period, 4-0 lead right off the rip. Jack Quinn with a pair, Bernard Docker and Tage Thompson. This game most definitely is over, and we are headed to the second round. What a roller coaster of a series, man. We won the first 2. We have lost 3 in a row, and now we're facing elimination on the road in Detroit in game number 6. First period, we are down by 2. Pius Suter and Kyle Palmieri. Second period, 4-1 deficit, as it looks like the Quebec City Nordiques run in NHL 25. Hold up a minute. Hold up a goddamn minute. Dmitry Voronikov makes it a 2-goal game. We are not out of it yet. Getting outshot, and there it is. Marco Kasper puts the nail in the coffin, as our playoff run will be ended in 6 games in the second round against the Detroit Red Wings. I don't know if I left all of the magic from Quebec City in my last live stream, because ever since then, offensively, man, we've just fallen apart. I mean, Tage Thompson, I guess, was good being point per game, but I mean, the dude had legit 40 points when we won the Stanley Cup. Jack Quinn was good, I guess. JJ Pekturka, not really. Dahlin, no. Bennett, no. And for our Stanley Cup winning goaltender, Devin Levi, he was decent. He had a .912 save percentage and a shutout in 13 games in the playoffs. The Florida Panthers would eventually go on, dominate the Anaheim Ducks in a gentleman's sweep. They win another one, as it looks like the state of Florida is still the state of hockey in 2029. Maple Leafs are going to dominate the individual awards. We got the Norris going to Cale Makar yet again. Barkov wins the Conn Smythe, Vasilevsky the Vezina, and for the Selke, it will go to young boy Macklin Celebrini. Well, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I would like to say thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.